Before concluding our lecture on the popliteal fossa, here is a little mnemonic to help you remember the anatomical structures in the popliteal region. You can use the mnemonic to memorize the order of structures in the popliteal fossa from medial to lateral. Serve and volley next ball. Here, the capitalized words are used to denote the structures in the popliteal fossa, such as the S in serve is for the semimembranosus and semitendinosus muscles. A is for the popliteal artery. V is for the popliteal vein. N is for the tibial and common peroneal nerve. And lastly, B is for the biceps femoris muscle. Lastly, let's look at the close relation of these three structures once again. Using this diagram, we can see the popliteal vessels and the tibial nerve cross the fossa vertically and are arranged one over the other. If you focus on the tibial nerve, it is the most superficial, while the popliteal vein lies deep or anterior to the tibial nerve, and the popliteal artery is the deepest of all. The artery is crossed posteriorly by the vein and by the nerve. The relative position of these structures is different in the upper, middle, and lower parts of the fossa. In the upper part of the fossa, from the medial to the lateral side, you can see the artery, vein, and nerve. An easier way to remember this is by using the acronym A, V, N. In the middle part, from behind forwards, the order changes to nerve, vein, and artery, so it is now N, D, A. Lastly, in the lower part, from the medial to lateral side, we see the nerve, vein, and artery, N, V, A, meaning that it remains the same as the middle part. Here our lecture on the anatomy of the popliteal fossa ends. Stay tuned to sqadia.com.
Watch our medical videos anytime and anywhere. Download sqadia.com app now.